We were worried the Dallas Cowboys would do this. So we're going to be going through that and 3 other stories in today's video. So make sure to like this video, and if you want more Dallas Cowboys news content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button down below. The first story is Shaq Leonard appears to leak details on decision to join the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are still in a battle with the Philadelphia Eagles to sign free agent Shaq Leonard. Cowboys rumors reveal that the 3-time All-Pro is leaving Dallas without a deal. Leonard is now expected to visit the Eagles on Wednesday, November 29, 2023. Leonard appears to have leaked new details on both his upcoming visit to Philly and his decision timeline. Bleacher Report's NFL insider Jordan Schultz reports Leonard is expected to make a decision this weekend. Former Colts All-Pro LB Darius Leonard had a successful visit with the Cowboys and is set to meet with the Eagles next, Schultz said in a series of November 28 tweets. A decision is expected over the weekend. Shaq Leonard has multiple suitors, and Philly is eager to get him in the building with the hopes of signing him for its playoff run. Cowboys fans are sure to take this as a bad sign, while Eagles supporters have to feel better about their chances with a potential closeout visit. There is also a chance Leonard visits other teams if the star does not immediately sign with Philly. According to The Athletic's Deanna Rossini, Leonard's visit with Dallas went well, but this is not stopping the Eagles' rumors from heating up. LB Shaq Leonard, whose visit with Dallas went well, left without a deal, Rossini detailed on November 28th. He is off to visit Philadelphia. I was told he will make his decision over the weekend, per source. If Cowboys fans are looking for a silver lining with the news, Dallas has more cap space to play with than Philadelphia. SpotRack estimates Dallas has $10.8 million in remaining cap space compared to Philadelphia's $1.7 million. That said, if Leonard wants to sign with the Eagles, chances are general manager Howie Roseman will find a way to make it happen. Visiting both teams, and potentially others, makes the most sense for Leonard to land the most lucrative deal. I just mentioned, this is the plan. Dallas isn't allowing anything, CBS Sports' Josina Anderson noted on November 28th. It's Shaq Leonard's decision. From a business standpoint, it makes sense to lean into leveraging his market net this NFC East free agency battle. The NFL insider also added that the Cowboys remain very much in contention to sign Leonard. It is not a bad sign that Leonard did not ink a deal while in Dallas. Anderson also hinted that Leonard's medical evaluation did not appear to raise alarm bells for the Cowboys. Also, as for Leonard's visit with the Cowboys, my understanding is the feeling in Dallas is he can contribute, Anderson said. Don't read anything into Leonard not signing right away. Leonard is being given room right now to make a decision, though if Leonard chooses Dallas, the current expectation is that he would not play this weekend. Don't be surprised if Leonard visits additional teams beyond the Eagles and Cowboys. NFL Network's Jane Slater reports Leonard plans to visit with a couple other teams. I'm told LB Shaq Leonard has left the Star in Frisco, Slater tweeted on November 28th. Per a source, he's going to visit a couple other teams before making a decision. The Eagles and Cowboys rumors are going to keep swirling until Leonard reveals his decision. Leonard has connections with former teammates and coaches on both teams. The second story is Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott receives highly detailed praise from Aaron Rodgers. Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott gets a lot of hate even when he's playing his best football, which is exactly what's happening this season. His play has arguably been the best of the 2023 NFL season as he keeps pushing the ball downfield and managing head coach Mike McCarthy's offense with such a high level of dominance that McCarthy even compared the run he's in with some of the best of Aaron Rodgers' time with the Green Bay Packers. Speaking of Rodgers, he praised Prescott during his regular appearance on the Pat McAfee Show. Keep in mind that when I say praised, I don't mean your typical coach-speak-esque pat on the back for a fellow signal caller. Instead, Rodgers went into full detail about why Dak has become one of his favorite quarterbacks in the entire league. Here's the full speech made by Rodgers on Dak Prescott. But I just love that he's really playing the position. What I mean by that is, I'm watching him make Ringo calls. So that's protection adjustments against these crazy looks and picking things up. I'm watching him bring the tight end back in against zero pressure and throw an old concept we used to run for a touchdown and CeeDee Lamb in the back of the end zone. You can read more about this play here. I'm watching him use his cadence beautifully and get into this rhythmic here we go and using it as a dummy, sometimes doing it twice into like other cadences. I mean, the last 4 or 5 weeks I've gotten to see more of their games. And I just want to say, he's playing a position in a really impressive way. And for whatever reason, maybe because he's the Cowboys quarterback and it's one of those premier positions in sports, I feel like the Green Bay quarterback has been for a long time and some other positions in various sports. You might take a little more shit than he deserves. Or maybe it's deserving of the position, I guess. But I love the way he's playing. And I love the way he's playing, really playing. I'm not talking about just making good throws. I'm talking about it seems more rare. That guys are actually really playing a position where you're making adjustments. You're handling everything at the line of scrimmage. Now you're doing this crazy cadence stuff, I love it. And I just want to shout out Dak for really impressing me. To hear Rodgers go into so much detail about what makes Prescott so good in today's league and hear him praise a Dak's smarts should tell you everything about what kind of quarterback he is these days. A large portion of the Cowboys fanbase loves to hate on their quarterback and point to him as the player who's keeping Dallas from winning a 6th Super Bowl. In reality, he's the reason why they stand a chance. Cowboys star pass rusher Micah Parsons was reportedly a no-go at practice 2 days out from Thursday night's game. According to ESPN's Todd Archer, Parsons did not practice because of an illness. However, because of the short week, it was not a traditional practice. So tomorrow is more likely to give fans an answer since that's when injury designations are reported. Parsons is coming off a 3-tackle, 1.5 sack performance in Dallas's blowout 45-10 win over the Commanders on Thanksgiving. On the year, the former number 12 pick is off to his best start, yet with 11.5 sacks through 11 games, and is once again in Defensive Player of the Year discussions. The Cowboys' defense on the whole has been impressive, thanks to some great play on the back end as well, from players like Deron Bland. Dallas will look to keep it rolling as the team attempts to close the gap between themselves and the one-loss Eagles. The two NFC East powers will meet Deck 10 on Sunday Night Football 2 weeks from now. Gallup is quickly falling out of favor with the Cowboys organization. He's seen his snap count decrease in recent weeks, with rookie Jalen Tolbert out-snapping him in the win over the Commanders. Gallup caught his only target for 13 yards, and he's finished with more than 31 receiving yards just once over his last 5 games. With just 28 catches on 46 targets for 357 yards and 1 score on the season, Gallup hasn't been the consistent force in the offense fans hoped he'd be. In fact, Brandon Cooks and even rookie tight end Jake Ferguson have outproduced him. That's a significant development given the Cowboys have an out of Gallup's contract after this season. If he can't prove he belongs on the field and lets 2 rookies move ahead of him in the pecking order, his days with the team might be numbered. It's been a disappointing several years for the former 3rd-round pick out of Colorado State. He put up over 1,000 yards in his second professional season and 843 in this third, but Gallup hasn't eclipsed 500 receiving yards since 2020. The third story is Cowboys reveal what is making Dak Prescott so great lately. Why is Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott in the midst of the best play of his career? It's Dad's strength is why I'm playing that way, Prescott said. On Saturday, Prescott's girlfriend, Sarah Jane Ramos, announced in an Instagram post she is pregnant with the couple's first child, a girl. Prescott said Ramos is due in March, and while they have a name picked out, he did not want to reveal it. Super exciting. It really is. I'm blessed. Thankful, Prescott said Monday. Everyone knows what my mom means to me. Being able to raise a little girl, I'm excited for the challenges. It's not going to be easy, especially being my daughter or being a Prescott, but I'm looking forward to every bit about it. Prescott's mother, Peggy, died 10 years ago from colon cancer at the age of 52. She has been his inspiration and has played a central part in the Faith Fight Finish Foundation he started to help individuals, families, and communities through adversities. Prescott's family and friends have known about the pregnancy for some time. I think ultimately the main reason was yes, she was tired of hiding it in pictures, I guess, Prescott said. Now the bump is a little bit too big and hard to hide. Prescott, who turned 30 in July, has thrown for 1,147 yards with 18 touchdown passes and just 2 interceptions in his past 6 games. His 18 touchdown passes are the second most in a 6-game single-season span in team history. Tony Romo had 19 touchdown passes during 6 games in 2007. You can definitely say it would have been harder earlier in my career, Prescott said. It comes with growth, with growing up. It comes with life I can't imagine. Honestly, being in this position, being blessed like this earlier in my career. God's timing is everything. But also, I credit Sarah Jane in the sense of allowing me to focus on what I want to, especially knowing what this means to me. That's who deserves a lot of credit for me being able to balance this. The Dallas Cowboys are off on Sunday after enjoying a 45-10 Thanksgiving Day win over the Washington Commanders at home. That's 3 victories in a row, 5 wins in their last 7, and 8 of their last 11 going back to Week 1. Since the 42-10 loss at San Francisco in Week 5, a game in which the Cowboys didn't look like they belonged on the same field with the 49ers, Dallas has found solid footing. And it couldn't come at a better time, because here comes the gauntlet. The Cowboys are 5-1 after that loss, with the lone defeat coming 28-23 in Philadelphia to the Eagles.